Hey, it's your boy Simba Da Don, and I'm rocking with Pin Drop Discussions. Okay then.
It's your boy DJ KP, and you now tuned in to Pin Drop Discussion, the most high and the most blessed.
This your girl Tiani. Thank you for tuning in to Pin Drop Discussions.
It's your girl Jayla. You're now tuned in with Pen Drop Discussions, the livest podcast on the East Coast.
This is Timbrel, and you're now tuned in to Pin Drop Discussions podcast.
What's going on? You're now tuned in to Pin Drop Discussions. This is Tyler Parker, and today I have the pleasure of having Simba Da Don with me.
Hey, you dig?
What's going on? How you feeling today?
What's good, man?
All is well.
I'm blessed.
I know that's right.
Tired.
You tired? Why you tired?
Finally got a day that I can do what I want to do.
I know. We've been trying to do this for like 2 weeks now.
Really, though.
I know. It's
No
been
cap.
crazy.
But, yeah, man. Just been working. Schoolwork is kicking my butt, but everything else is straight, though.
I feel that. So tell me, how did you get your name? Since we're talking about Simba Da Don.
All right. How you put that? All right, so long story short, when I was born, I passed away because my umbilical cord got wrapped around my neck.
Mm-hmm.
So when the doctors had revived me, my grandma, who was a preacher or a pastor at the time, she held me up and prayed for me and told God to give me a double dose of his blessing. So like in the movie Lion King, Rafiki holds up Simba and the light shines on him. So from then on, my mom just nicknamed me Simba because Lion King came out in 94. I was born in 96. So that movie was already, you know what I'm saying, out and about.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So-
my life is really like Lion King, though.
How so? Tell me about that.
All right, so I try to live my life like Lion King, but everything has just been working out the way it really has been. Like, when I was born, like I said, my umbilical cord got wrapped around. Then I was a military baby, so I moved around a lot. And my father didn't die, but he left when I was at a young age. So it's like after he left, that's when I started seeing all the trauma and everything that comes with the world, you know what I'm saying? And I look at Devil like Scar. And he's controlling all the obstacles I got to get through, you know what I'm saying? Like the hyenas that I'm running from and everything. So it's like now I'm in Raleigh and I'm looking at this like being in my Hakuna Matata state. That's why I dropped that mixtape, No Words.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I first moved to Raleigh, I dropped my mixtape, Can't Wait to Be King.
Mm-hmm.
And that was right before in the movie, right before he left Pride Rock after Mufasa died. So it's like I'm coming with good projects. It's just people have to actually understand what's going on. But yeah, man, it's really the lifestyle for real, for real. It's not really too much of the cocky, because Simba in the movie wasn't cocky. He was like a real guy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to portray myself to be something I'm not. So it's like, and my image isn't even that. Like Simba, like you're not expecting nobody to be, you know what I'm saying, around toward the 40 or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you think of Simba, it's supposed to be a cool cat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody you can go to. You know, and that's the guy I want to be. Somebody you can go to.
I feel that.
But I don't like people. That's ironic, right?
You don't like people?
I don't like people, bro.
What does that mean?
Like, I'm very friendly, but I like myself. Like, I like peace. So it's like, as long as I can't be in chaos. So I could be like, I can make everything mutual in the room and then leave the room. But if I know that things aren't mutual in the room, I might just stay a little bit longer to make sure everything is good, if that makes sense.
It does. It does.
But at the end of the day, I really probably wouldn't even want to be there. Like, I don't like partying.
You don't like partying?
No,
How old are you?
I'm 22.
22 and you don't like partying?
I used to go out a lot in high school.
I feel that.
So, like, all these parties, especially now, all they do is sit around, stand on the wall. Don't nobody dance with each other. If somebody's dancing with somebody, it's one girl dancing on one guy in front of, like, 30 people circled around them. Like, that's corny.
It is.
Like, when I sound like an old head probably now. Like, that's crazy that, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was going out in high school and middle school, bro, we dance with girls. Like, we actually grabbed a girl by her hand. I don't know 70s, 80s, 90s type shit, but, like, you know what I'm saying? We be like, hey, shorty, come dance with me. You know what I'm saying? Now, guys just, like, stare, and you gotta, like, probably wait for a girl to come up to you, or, you know what I'm saying? Or
It's a process.
Yeah, it's a process to get a dance now. Like, but that's a party. You're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Supposed to be able to have fun.
No, you know what I think it is? I think at parties, guys have gotten used to the rejection, more or less. Because it's like, you know, girls go out and they're like, no, I didn't come here to dance with anybody.
That's a confidence thing, though.
It is. And I mean, I guess you don't tend to think about it, but, like, all of those guys, like, I literally just got, like, a mental picture. But, like, all those guys that stand around are like, oh, I mean, she dancing with him.
Right, he must be that dude.
Yeah.
When
like,
really he was the only one that took the initiative to probably even ask to dance.
Or they might have seen their homeboy.
Exactly, period. That's the crazy part. Because you wouldn't, nowadays you really don't see that.
No, I think the times have definitely changed. And I remember, like, back when I was going out more, and I remember one party we went to. It was a group of me and my friends from the neighborhood, and, like, literally everybody was dancing. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was lit. You know, it was like everybody was just in there having a good time. It wasn't on anything crazy. It wasn't like
it's good vibes.
Yeah, good
everybody
vibes.
Chilling.
Yeah, but now it's not like that. You know, I feel like everybody's on edge. Like,
I mean, it depends on who you with and who you around.
I mean, we can, like,
because Fayetteville, it was like this in high school and middle school. We had two clubs that everybody went to. It was Club Palace and the Blue Building.
Okay.
But I ain't never been to Palace. I'm capping. I've been to Palace one time.
Okay.
But that was like after the Palace wave, though. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I was a Blue Building dude. Like, I went to the Blue Building like almost every weekend, bro.
I feel you.
Like, it knew it's lit. Like, we turned up. And a lot of people that went to the Blue Building then are a lot of people that are doing a lot of things now. Like, that's how I feel like Fayetteville is really about to jump up on, like, a whole nother level. Like,
what makes you say that?
Because, bro, like, the fact that we're older and we're more aware of what's going on, and, you know what I'm saying, we're actually using our creativity to produce, you know what I'm saying, that shows a lot. That shows that it really is Dreamville, you know what I'm saying? Like, you put your mind to it, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? I really salute J. Cole for actually doing that. Like,
for real.
But
that's a lot.
I salute J. Cole, but the real GOAT is my uncle, I feel like.
Your real GOAT is your uncle? Is he one of your influences?
Yeah.
Tell me about him.
Yeah, he's my uncle's actually one of J. Cole's mentors too.
Word.
Yeah. They all were in Fayetteville. They had a group called Bomb Shelters, and my first time ever being in the studio, ever like pressing record and talking into a mic, I was at my uncle's house in Raleigh because he went to the Art Institute here in Durham.
Okay.
He went to the Art Institute in Durham, and he wanted just like kid voices on the shit.
Right.
So like he had me, my cousin, my girl cousin, Kayla. We was singing on it. And they used that for a little bit. I don't know what song they used it for. I can't even tell you like if it even dropped or not. I just remember like being in the studio, press record, and he was like, "Yeah, just say that."
Right.
And it was a little chant too. It wasn't just me saying any old thing. It was like he had something written down for me to say.
Word. Okay.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. So I was like, "Dang!" It wasn't a rap. It was just like something chant behind the, you know what I'm saying, the main music, like a instrument. Like my voice is used as an instrument.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Man, I'm a little upset that you said we can't find it now.
I know.
Right.
But I do have an old song. Cause I'm tired of like, not tired, cause I love people that express what they have going on.
Right.
But it's like nowadays everybody just want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
It's cool.
No.
But it's like, all right, a rapper is an artist.
Right.
An artist has a feeling. A feeling has a purpose. A purpose has a story.
Yeah.
And a story has details. Everybody's details are the same in their music now.
Yeah. And I think that's
And they're painting
commercial.
the same picture.
Yeah.
So it's like Picasso painting the same thing over. It's like somebody copying Picasso's work.
Yeah.
and selling it.
That's a big issue with music, and also just a big issue with creativity. And I had to catch myself because I did say no, and it's hard. It's one of the things that I grew up like learning when I was playing basketball. It was like pick your favorite player. Like,
Right.
who's your favorite player? Try imagine yourself playing like them. Imagine walking
Right.
yourself do what they do.
Right.
And eventually, I developed my own game. Like now, I love my game.
Right.
It's not like my favorite player was Kobe.
Exactly.
So it's like, oh, you do certain things like Kobe, but no, you kind of have your own little game. I was like, yeah. So, I can't. I had to contradict myself because I literally caught a revelation on it while I was sitting here. I was like, maybe that is their way of getting into it, and I shouldn't be so hard as to knock them down.
Yeah,
because they are artists.
Nah, yeah, and that's cool. But what I'm saying is to the point where people disrespect the crowd.
Yeah. And
It's like people just think it's so easy,
Yeah.
like, and not even knowing that their lyrics are exactly the same as somebody that just did a song that thinks just like them 30 minutes ago that just dropped it on SoundCloud the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get that.
what's your story? I
Yeah.
understand that you can rhyme. Like,
Yeah.
rhyming isn't hard. Like, you can
No.
look on Google and find rhymes. Like,
Yeah.
what rhymes with that? Cat, bat, shat. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what it sounds like.
Like that's what you get. You can do that.
Yeah.
Like that's just simple. Like Google.
Right.
But what's your story?
Right.
Like, are you gonna say that my mom used to have a bat and she beat my dad like a cat? Like,
Yeah.
or are you gonna just say some bullshit with that? Like, what was the story in between?
People. One of the songs that like sticks out in my head when you say that was like a 50 Cent song that I used to love. I can't remember the name of it now, but it was like, what were the words to it? Wow, I literally just lost the words. Like, I know the words when the song comes up,
All right.
but I don't know the words right now. It was like, I sold. I lost it. It's crazy. And it's real crazy. It was something about his mom liking females. It was in the song.
I ain't really listened to 50 like that.
But he was telling a story. Like,
Mhm.
that was the point. It was like he was telling a story, and he was expressing himself in a way that you could feel it, you could vibe with it.
Right.
And I think we've kind of gotten away from that type of music where people just want to feel known.
Yeah,
they do
and
that
talk
to-
and
yeah.
like. You ever seen The 100?
I wanted to watch that. It's wild that I wanted to watch
you
it, but I never
need-
did. Yeah.
Not want. You shouldn't want to anymore. You
That's
should.
it.
You need to watch that.
I need to watch it.
Yes.
Tell me why I need to watch it. What's going on with it?
It's basically, I look at it as the Bible of Revelation.
Okay.
That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I look at it.
Okay.
The whole thing, the
Okay.
whole series 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's weird in a sense.
What's it about?
It's about, all right, so basically, Earth isn't livable anymore, and people live in space, in a
Right.
spaceship, and they're running out of oxygen in the space shuttle. So what the people in the space shuttle decide to do
Go
is
back
send
to Earth.
100
Yeah.
kids, juvenile kids that are
Mhm.
on the aircraft,
Mhm.
spaceship, down to Earth
Right.
to see if it's livable. 'Cause
Right.
they're just convicts. Like, they're just
Right.
going to throw them down there.
Mm-hmm.
Find out they can live down there,
Mm-hmm.
but they're being tracked by these little bracelets.
Mm.
So when the bracelets are off, they think they're dead.
Mm.
Long story short, all of them took their bracelets off, besides like 3 or 4 people.
Mm.
So they think they're dying off. They think people up and on the space, you know what I'm saying, spacecraft,
Right,
they think it,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying, Earth isn't livable. We're about to die. Everybody's about to die.
Right.
Come to find out, people are already dying on the spacecraft. They have come down to like a couple of 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
Find out, they get in contact with the people that's on Earth that
Mhm.
actually are living.
Mhm.
Say there are more people living here. They just took their bracelets off.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Hmm.
I look at that like, it said, guys, Jesus is coming back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm very spiritual
Mhm.
in a sense. So I look at that, in a way that, and then the Bible says the word will be scarce. And basically what he was saying was those who know will know, and those who don't.
Right.
That's what's going on now. The ignorance, like you can't force the third eye on people.
No.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's literally that's probably one of the most impossible things ever.
Yeah, it is.
Especially right now. You can't force it. You have to actually let that marinate into them. It's like you can't teach it, especially like with all the information you need to know. You can't force that into somebody. You can instill it. That's forcing and instilling is two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Instilling is programming.
Right.
Forcing it is like do that. Do that. Do that.
I mean, you can tell somebody what to do, but
right?
They're gonna miss the boat.
It's gonna fly over their head. They're gonna miss the purpose.
Yeah.
At that point, they're saying bat, cat. They're just rhyming. They're not. They don't have a purpose. They don't. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
they are programmed.
Yeah.
So.
Everything. All this is programming.
Yeah.
My grandpa told me, TV program, school program, church program. It's all a program. It's meant to manipulate your mind to have you think a certain way. It's a program. Behave a certain way. It's a program.
People want to be able to predict your behavior.
Exactly.
And if you're predictable, then you lose your creativity.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's
that all started in the 70s, by the way.
Did it really?
Yeah, it really did. I learned that in public health. Really, in the 60s. In the 60s, it started with the attributes because of what's his name, Jackie Robinson from baseball. I feel like because they seen that brothers had something.
Right.
They been knew it.
Yeah.
But when it came to sports and things of that nature, they took a risk on Jackie Robinson for money. Right. They didn't like Jackie Robinson. They did that because of how he could play. And to be able to dissect who they pick, they go for the target people that went through what Jackie Robinson went through.
Right.
So with that, you can target and dissect who actually who does things for a certain reason.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like a lot of kids in the hood want to make it to the league. Why? So they can buy their mama a house. Kids that already have a big house aren't thinking about their mama house.
No.
You get what I'm saying? Like the motivations are different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you can dissect that, it's a wrap. When you can find out why somebody does something, it's a wrap.
It is. That's actually one of the things we're working on right now in psychology is coming up with our own personality theory. And I'm sitting there, like last night I was dabbling in cognitive theory because my theory is like super complex. You already know, like it's super complex. So it's like
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And I feel like we have similar theories, but
we have to sit down and compare them. Like
bro. I'm bad with writing. Like I'm bad with writing it down, but I swear I can sit down and talk to you for a whole day, and you wouldn't even notice that it's gone.
Word. I mean, that's believable because I've done it. I think there was one time when I talked like 18 hours. That's why doing this was like easy. It was like okay,
exactly. Just conversation.
Yeah, just learn how to pick up certain parts in editing.
See, I learned that through the barbershop. I used to work.
Yeah.
I used to work in the barbershop. I used to sleep here in the barbershop.
Okay.
Like, I was always chasing money, bro.
I feel that.
Like I've always wanted money. Like
is it that you want money?
I want things, and I can only get it with money. Like I don't want. You know what I'm saying? I could care less if I have $1 million in my bank, bro.
Right.
As long as I can wake up and do what I want to do.
You're good. And you said that was gonna be a saying, right?
Yeah, I do what I want.
Yeah, tell me about that.
But what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to quote that. I want to get that copywritten, all that. Like
I feel you.
Like for real. Like I do what I want, but what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could be doing a whole bunch of things. You could be selling dope, or you could be selling cars.
Yeah.
Still doing what you want to do.
Yeah,
do you enjoy doing it?
Yeah.
I do what I want because I do what I want.
Yeah.
Not to say that it's bad, not to say that it's good. It's just that I'm doing what I want to do.
It's in the eye of the beholder, whether it's good or bad.
Exactly.
So.
But it's really, my end of the stick is a positive note.
Right.
Because I want to be able to change that perspective on such a negative term, I do what I want. Like, that's not, like, that's, it shouldn't be like that.
It should
especially not coming from me
Yeah.
or somebody that looks like me. Like if I yell out, I do what I want.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna think.
You know what I'm saying? It's on some riot shit, some going to the mall, knocking everything over. You know what I'm saying?
Because they expect us to be angry.
Exactly.
So,
but I'm counting this paper. You know, I get paid for this.
Yeah.
I'm switching that perspective. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm riding around. I'm doing this. I'm, you know what I'm saying, doing positive things, going to high school. That's why I want my video for that to be actually me doing what I want to do throughout the day.
Yeah.
Like, period.
I feel that. One of the phrases that I have that everybody like knows me for, like when I was younger, my dad used to get on me about it all the time. He'd be like, "Boy, if you don't stop saying I don't know," like I don't know became my thing. And still to this day, my mom is like, "Boy, you don't know nothing." I'm like, it's not that I don't know anything.
Right. It's just that I don't want to sound like I know everything.
And you learn so much saying I don't know.
I feel you, bro.
Like
I feel you. I feel you, bro. Or even just like not saying anything. Not even that. You don't even have to say I don't know. Exactly. You just be like,
just give it a look. Yeah. You keep what you know to yourself, and then you can only grow from there.
You can only grow. You can tear yourself down by talking.
Yes, you can.
You can tear yourself down by talking. You can never tear yourself down by not talking.
Yeah, that's So where's those quotes at? That's why we have 2 ears and one mouth. Like, yeah, you know,
supposed to listen twice as much as you talk.
Yeah, man. And
that's a real quote though.
I know, like
that's legit.
It is. There's more. There's other quotes. There's some in the Bible too. There was some about close my mouth, put a protection over my lips. There's other ones in there. I mean, one of my favorite ones is the power of death and life is in the tongue. And I always like analyze that because it's like, why was death first? Like people always say the power of life and death is in the tongue because we idolize life. Nobody wants to think about death.
Right.
You know, but death is more powerful. Because I mean, it's like this, we spend our life trying to build up this legacy that we have that can like continue to live on after we die. So people can say, I remember him. I remember that. Death is something that we fear. You know, I know Fabulous was like, sleep is the cousin of death. He probably wasn't the first one to say that, but it's like we fear this idea of it being the end and it being unknown. So it's like when you're speaking, you have the power of death and life in your tongue. Like you have to be careful with what you say. Like a lot of people don't know that they are tearing themselves down.
Yeah.
Like negative energy, man. Like it's real.
Nah, it is though. It is real. It's scary to talk about, but it's real.
Yeah, and I know that you have a lot of positivity about you. You have a lot of positivity with you. Like I saw your performance you did, like a little clip of it. I think you put it on Instagram or you showed it to me. It was you in Florida.
In Florida?
Let me pause it. Okay. So what has been your favorite place to perform at?
I guess CB.
Okay. Why?
That talent show was lit.
That talent show was lit. Like, that talent show was everything.
That talent show was lit. Man. I had it lit, no lie.
You did?
Like, I had it lit.
Man, that was a good night.
It was like, everybody was good.
Yeah.
But it just felt, for me as an artist, it felt like everybody was opening for me.
Yeah.
You know, like that's how it felt.
I feel you went last, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was like second to last. The IOTAs closed it because they were the hosts. They were one of the hosts of the shit. And the guys, the IOTAs, they did their little dance.
The step they did. That's right.
And the other guys that rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a partner with Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. So you were third.
Third to last.
For some reason, I remember your performance sticking out in my head. I mean, I remember pretty much the whole night because it was a big night. It was live, you know.
It was. That was pre-homecoming week.
It was pre-homecoming week. I don't know. I think we need to do something like that again.
Nah, we do. It's pre-homecoming week. Why can't we do something like that? It was pre-homecoming. It wasn't like it was homecoming.
Right. We could
we could do that all the time.
Suggestions box.
You dig? Like, damn, pre-homecoming week every week. What are you talking
Exactly.
about?
That might motivate some people to go to class more. Like, oh, y'all doing stuff at St.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
y'all promoting people. Y'all having stuff. Like, you know. But
Right.
we digress.
That's good. That's a whole nother convo. I don't even feel like talking about that.
It is.
For real, for real.
But tell me a little bit about your background. Like, so what gives you motivation to do music? Because you told me
Okay.
about your uncle.
All right, so really, my passion is football.
Okay.
But I stopped playing football because my coach really messed me over.
How so?
He never told me about the clearinghouse for the NCAA. And
Wow.
come to find out, I had a whole bunch of letters and everything in his office, all
Wow.
that. So, like, at the end of the year, I heard about all that. But my coach didn't like me. I won homecoming king in high school.
Mhm.
He didn't want anybody on the football team to participate. But I was confused because that's some high school shit. Like, you're supposed to want to do that. But I didn't even run, bro. Like,
Yeah.
people voted for me. Swear to God. Like, I
Right.
didn't run. Like, I didn't put my name on no ballot, none of that.
Right.
Like, people wrote my name on that shit. And
That's crazy.
one of the teachers came to my room and told me that I won.
Mhm.
I was like, what? But at this time, I was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
My neck was hurt. I hurt my neck like 3 games before.
Wow.
So my coach was looking at me like, oh, you got hurt and you doing what I'm telling you not to do? I'm like, bro, like,
He should definitely have lost his job for that.
no, like, no cap. But at the end of the day, he wanted me to join the Navy. But I wasn't going like that. Like, I'm not going to the Navy. I'm sorry. Like, I love the military, but I have a bad I have a bad feeling about the military.
You got
Because my
bad
father,
vision.
I had bad history with the military.
Mm.
Only good experience with the military is my grandfather.
Got you.
Like, that's the only good experience.
Do you want to talk about that, or I mean, if you want to get into it, you can, but you don't have to.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just the being deployed
Gotcha.
and being away to family. I'm a family man. I already know that I'm gonna be a family man. So, like, me looking at how my dad left and doing what he did, and you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
jumping around, and it's just too much.
It's too much. I feel you.
Like, I don't think I want to go through that.
So why was your coach pushing Navy? Was there any particular
Because his
reason?
son was a third string quarterback, and he wanted me to go there and play running back and fullback with him and for them
with the Navy.
with the Navy.
Oh.
Yeah, and I wasn't going for it. I didn't want to do it. The Navy used to call my crib, bro, and my mom, like, our mom, like, cussed them out. I swear.
Wow, that's crazy.
Don't call my house again. Malik, why you giving my number? Why they give you the number? Why you do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That conversation.
Wow.
So
I feel that.
that's just not the wave. But I used to play football, and I used all that energy. Damn, bro. So when I transferred all that energy from the football field to the studio, because I realized I wasn't playing football again.
Right.
Like, not to say I can't get back into it, but I'm not somebody that could just be there. Like, I have to utilize my time. Like,
Right.
if I'm not doing something pertaining to football, I have to be doing something.
Right.
So it was like I started doing music.
I feel that.
I started making music really my 10th grade year in high school. Me and my homeboys, we had a group called Flashy Inc.
Okay.
And we was we made a couple of songs though. I got a song called I Need You
Okay.
on YouTube right now.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 15.
What's it about?
That's what made me, like, stop making music.
Well, why is that?
Because, like, not stop, just like stop making music with so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would be talking about a girl or a certain situation, and my homies would talk about shooting people and killing people.
Wow.
I'd be like, bruh.
Yeah, it's not that. That's not
I'd be
the
like,
type of
bruh.
track.
I'm like, bruh. We're not talking about that right now.
Right.
Talk about something else, bruh.
Right.
Like, that's why I love to make the hook. Because
Right.
with the hook, you can control the song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you make the hook, you can control the song. Because
Right.
the song is supposed to be about the hook. Your verse is supposed to be about the hook, right? So I used to make the hook.
Mhm.
I used to always be the one to make the hook. So I used to try to get them out of the box of trying to talk about all the extra bull. So I used to talk about girls, parties, stuff that we was actually doing, but they never really wanted to talk about.
Right.
They would still talk about putting niggas 6 feet under.
Wow.
Like, you can go to YouTube right now and look that song up, and there you could hear me talking about a girl in the club, and they're talking about shooting people and killing people.
That's tough.
So I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna stay in my own lane. Obviously, these niggas don't make the same music as I make.
Right. I feel that.
So I'm not about to change myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm not about to start talking about this shit when I've never even shot anybody.
Right. Yeah. Especially you don't want that type of
You don't
pressure
want
on
that pressure, nigga. You don't want... Because if motherfuckers think you shot somebody before,
Yeah,
they'll
they're
try
gonna
you
press
and to make you shoot somebody else.
Yeah.
Period.
They are. I'm like, oh, you a shooter.
Oh, you a shooter.
No, like,
Oh, you a shooter. You ain't no cap. You a... Nah.
Nah, like, that's
I'm not even a shooter. But,
Yeah.
like I said, they're my homies, and
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
I just try to get them out of that box. Like, it's not
Yeah.
always about that, bro.
No, it's not. But I think that is our that's our way of saying that we are who we say we are. You know,
Yeah.
we're about that life. We're
And that's what
we're man.
I think that's another thing that I'm starting to understand and dislike about the culture now. People are trying to do what they're saying in their raps instead of rapping about what they do.
Yeah, they're trying to prove a point,
Yeah,
and it's kind of ridiculous
because
but,
everybody's trying to prove the same point.
you know, because we're moving towards this idea of a singular oneness in whichever regard is going to be. So, like, I made a joke about it, and it was like, Kanye doesn't represent like all black people, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? But people want to have this idea and this representation, so it's like, oh, like, I mean, I make it about 45.
He's global.
Yeah,
You
you can't make that assumption. You can't be like, yo, he's like y'all.
he's
Who?
he's Kanye's so global
Mm.
that he can speak for black men in America.
He could, but he
Bruh,
does not.
I understand, but
Yeah.
listen what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
The outside perspective, not people that are in America. I'm talking about people that live in Dubai, shit like that. This
Yeah.
nigga is from. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
let's not disrespect Kanye's his rap career.
Yeah.
This man was top 5 in a lot of people's heads, and for a good brick,
Till 2010.
10.
Yeah.
For the heartbreak, after heartbreak, he lost me. After the
Yeah.
heartbreak, he lost me.
That's what
But
a lot of people say they got
yeah,
lost at.
bro, I'm telling
Yeah.
you. But it's like this. He's so global.
Mm-hmm.
His perspective, like other people's perspective would be like, oh yeah, he's just like that. He's
Yeah.
from Chicago. He's a hip hop artist. He's been on tours with Jay-Z. He's, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's outside looking in. He's the perfect person to look at when you talk about hip hop. Name another person that has the mindset that Kanye has that is actually doing that. He could be that voice.
He could be that voice, but I think that he is a little bit further away from himself.
The main purpose.
Yeah, he's more detached. Like,
Yeah.
he's got this idea of Kanye versus
Being himself.
yeah, and you know,
He's falling into his character.
Yeah, nobody can ever represent anybody else if they don't truly know who they are. And, you know, I feel like him admitting and owning up to certain situations is perfect. You know, it's cool because he realizes that he's human, which
Right.
is our base. At
Right.
the end of the day, we're going to be human. But on the outside of that shell, you know what I'm saying? Like, who are we really? Who is our character? Like, what shapes us?
Right.
That part he doesn't identify with. You know, like, that is the part that I feel like when I feel comfortable saying that he couldn't speak for me.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I'm not talking about. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he could.
People that are here.
Yeah, what's
like
that?
people that are here. No, like
Yeah.
it's like, you know what I'm saying. But outside
Outside looking
perspective,
in.
outside
Yeah.
looking into the box, like you have to
Yeah.
look at demographics of where he's from, all of that, bro.
Southside
like
Chicago.
Southside, you know what I'm saying?
He's
Like
that, yeah.
all of that. Like think about it. Barack Obama could have been the only person that did what he did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was
Yeah.
even from Chicago. Mom
Yeah.
is white. Like you're not gonna find both parents are black, and you know what I'm saying? Not now.
Yeah.
Couple of years from now, look,
Maybe.
if
Yeah.
we're even what's the smart word to say? Even if we're Cause I see us blowing up. Not just us as individuals, I'm talking about as a race. So if we're even cooperative enough,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, to be able to say we'll collab. That's how I feel. Because you have to understand where my family come from, bro. Like my roots in my family, bro. My grandfather was a part of the Marcus Garvey movement, bro.
Yeah.
Like my grandfather has a statue in St. Croix, Virgin Islands. Like he was a part of that whole back to Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That whole, like, let's go, like, period. Like he was a part. Like he was the Martin Luther King of Virgin Islands.
That's what's up.
Like real life. So it's like I support that all the way. My great grandfather died for that. I'm gonna stick with that.
Yeah.
And I'm the male. It'd be different if I was a female. Not really, but it's a certain sense because I didn't have my father. You know what I'm saying?
Your name. It's the namesake.
It's the name, bro.
Yeah.
Like my name hold weight
Yeah.
in places I've never been. You get what I'm saying? So it's like if my name holds weight in places I've never been, and I'm carrying myself in a manner where I'm making sure my name holds weight everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. It's like something gonna have to give.
Yeah, most
You
definitely.
get what I'm saying? Like, it's like I don't see myself just making music. Like this is like the
beginning,
the very first part.
I feel you.
Like literally the very football was the very first part. Football was the very first part because I had to actually find something that motivates me and find something that, you know what I'm saying, that can break me down and bring me back up and make me feel like I can accomplish something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So football was the very first thing. Like my uncle always, my coaches always told me, bro, if you can make it here on the field, you can make it in life, bro.
That is true. Sports will teach you a lot about a lot of different things. It'll teach you determination. It'll teach you heart. You know,
about everything.
Yeah.
So it's like once I realized that I can actually put my time and myself into something like that, which is so physical and, you know what I'm saying, every aspect of it is different. Football is harder than music, but I'm better at football than I am at music, but I'm also good at music.
Right.
So it's like I'm spending my time now to perfect my musical craft instead of football.
Gotcha. Okay. So tell me about your musical craft. Tell me about your latest experience with your mixtape. Tell me, like, walk me through you had the release party, right?
I didn't have a release party. Well, you could say I did because we threw a party back in the back, and it was pretty lit. Like, but it had got shut down right before I was about to perform. So it was like, it is what it is. But everybody, like, not everybody, majority of the campus people that have heard it, they said they really like it. I've had people repost it on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? A lot of reviews coming in, people telling me that they like a couple of hit songs that's on there. Come Through. I got a Drip or Drown remix on there. People like a little bit. The outro, All Day, that's basically describing I do what I want all day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. It's not sometimes. It's not some days. It's all day, every day. Like, period.
Right.
And not to say that what I do is wrong. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, and shout out to my boy Moose. He passed away. He got shot in the head. So I started a mixtape, No Worries, off with that song, Long Live Moose.
Gotcha.
Really, really, all my mixtape, all my projects are gonna be. You have to look at them like soundtracks to, like, movies. Or you can literally. I'm not saying you could really close your eyes and like vividly watch a movie. I'm trying to get to that point. That's the whole point of me. You know what I'm saying? Being humble and actually accepting the fact that I'm not the greatest rapper alive yet. You know what I'm saying? But I am pretty good because I have a little soul. You feel me?
I feel you.
So it's like, once I start to get that story out, I don't think anything can touch me if I keep praying.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
I don't.
As long as you put your mind to it and you put your heart to it, like your mind, your body, and your heart, it's yours.
Yeah,
you know, like,
that's how I feel about everything, bro. And that's what the football was. Like that's all the energy I put into the football. Like I don't like. Not to say I don't like, but it frustrates me when people give up. Like, people say, I know when you were 12 or 10, you were saying, bro, I'm buying my mama a house. And a car.
Right.
And my wife gonna be straight. My kids gonna have whatever they want. Period. Why do people stop that?
The real world hits them.
No, all right, and I understand. and I understand that. I understand that. But, like, in a sense where me's playing football, right? You still have that period. Nobody is young and then grown.
Oh, it feels like it.
Nah, no, of course that when you're going through it, yeah, it does. Yeah. But I had the option to either not pick up music or pick up music. I use my time wisely. Just because I stopped playing football doesn't mean I stopped being productive or trying to still buy my mom that house. Yeah. Like, just because you can't shoot a jump shot no more doesn't mean you can go find something else that you like to do to make that money, bro. That's still option. Yeah. You have. I know people have more than one hobby, bro.
And
any hobby nowadays can make money.
But people don't know. Like, literally, I stumbled into this.
Like, no, and I believe it. Yeah. And it's not stumbled, bro. This is on purpose. Everything happens for a reason. It's not a stumble. You didn't stumble. This is something that you're supposed to be doing.
That's true.
It's called stumbling because it's natural. Yeah. It just happened.
It did.
It's not. It's you know what I'm saying. Stumbled seems like a.
It got you just tripped in.
Yeah. Man, how I end up here? Yeah, nah. I knew you were subconsciously training for this shit. You didn't realize it.
I mean, freshman year, I knew I wanted to do my work study in the radio station, so I would come here every day. You know what I mean? Like, this was back when it was just me, Magic. You remember the crew, Quan and them?
Yeah, Quan, Jack, the line.
Yes.
Word. Man. I was just with Jack and Quan.
Word.
I was just with them literally an hour ago.
That's crazy. I know they come here sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Tell them I said what's up.
Shout out to Most Wanted Radio.
Facts. Yeah, you know, big
Most Wanted Radio, The Voice, 72.9. They going crazy for real. They going up for real. Most Wanted Radio is literally taking off.
They
and
are.
I'm proud of my boys.
I am too.
I'm proud of my boys. They keep going. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, they could have stopped.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
stop and
they could have been stopped, bro. But no, you did. They didn't. That's what I'm saying. Like, and the real world's hitting them. The real world hits everybody, bro. It just depends on who stops and who keeps going.
It's the test.
It's the test, bro.
And I honestly, a lot of people ask, like, well, why does God let certain things happen? And I'm like, I feel like everybody has that Job trial. Like, that Job story is infamous. Nobody wants that story, but it's a good story because the struggle, I can appreciate it now. Like, even I'm still in it, but then, like, it makes you a better person.
Yeah, it does. It numbs you to the sense where you can see perspective, and you have different perspectives.
And you respect people more, man. You just look at situations differently. Like, it changed. Like, the struggle changes your heart. You know what I mean? Like,
it does. That's why people are like. People ask why I'm so giving, or how do I move the way I move?
Right,
bro. I struggled. My mom struggled, bro.
Right.
Period. I was too young to struggle. I was just there. I was in it. You know what I'm saying? My mom struggled, bro. Like, we struggled. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can, and I'll never say we didn't, because that defeats the whole. That would take away the whole. That would take away the whole purpose of the story. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want people to know that we struggle, so they can see where we're at now, to know that it's okay. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You can get better.
And 9 times out of yeah, bro. Like you can't.
Robbing God of a testimony if you say you did struggle.
Come on, bro. Like, come on, man. That's disrespectful. Like, so it's like. You get what I'm saying? Like, why front that? Yeah. Why front that? It's pointless.
I mean, because more people tend to think people are happy for you when you're succeeding. And, I literally came up with this idea, this theory. It was like, yo, people don't like you when you're winning too much, and people don't like you when you're losing too much. And they don't notice you in that in-between stage. It's like
me, I want to be in the between.
The in between
majority of the time, I want sparks of.
Man,
You know,
it's wealth. I think literally that's where other religions have this idea of paradise, because it's not extremely painful and it's not extremely bliss.
Right.
You know, it's both worlds. Like you get what you need. And yeah, go ahead, talk to me.
Nah, bro, that's legit. God never gonna see, and that's what I'm saying right again. People always take words and turn them into a negative definition.
Yeah.
God's gonna give you what you need.
Right.
He's not gonna give you more than you can handle.
Tell me about
Good and bad.
Yeah.
Good and bad. He's not gonna give you more than you can handle.
Speak on it. Say you don't need that 5 bedroom.
You don't need that 5 bedroom.
You don't need that Hummer right now.
You don't need it, because if you needed it, you would have it.
You don't need that. What was that lottery looking like? 5 billion? Oh, billion? You don't need that billion.
You don't.
Don't play that.
You don't.
need
But
that.
it's like God gonna give you what you need. God gonna give you what you can deserve, what you can handle.
Yeah.
You don't understand if you don't know.
Boy.
I'm serious though.
No, you hit something.
It's like this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is just a small little analogy.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Now me and my mom and my family, you know what I'm saying, we moved from one house literally next door because it had more bedrooms.
Right.
Right? Me and my brother, before, we shared rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Every house after the house with 4 rooms, we shared. But we all had our own room in the 4 bedroom.
Right.
Tell me why my sister and my brother never slept in their room. They slept in my room.
Y'all was always together.
Always together.
Yeah.
There's no need for the extra.
Yeah.
There's no need.
That's real.
There's no. I'm sorry. That's just the simplest thing. We're paying extra money for extra room, but you don't need it. God's gonna give you what you need. If I didn't have my brother in my room 24/7, if I didn't share a room with my brother after my mom realized we didn't need a 4 bedroom, that me and my brother can share a room together.
Mm-hmm.
My life would be different if I had my own room.
Facts.
If I grew up having my own room, my life would be way different.
I feel that.
Way different.
Because you wouldn't know how to share your space.
And I wouldn't know how to be comfortable around a lot of people. I wouldn't, not to say that people with their own room are weird in that way. I don't know. I just know about me. I know if
it's a lot of space.
Yeah.
Like a little space can be a lot of space.
Exactly. Like, so with me sharing my room with my brother and him having friends coming over and me watching them, I'm watching him and his friends. You know what I'm saying? They not looking at it like that, but you know what I'm saying? I'm watching them. And I would have my friends over or whatever, but it's just that environment. I'm used to that. Like, and we moved, like I said, we moved around a lot. So it's like I know how to pinpoint personalities and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel that.
Talking and knowing what you don't need a lot of stuff, bro.
You know, I don't know if you were gonna say it, but I felt this little idea. I had to write it down. It was like, what I need is more than what I deserve.
Fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I was like, I heard, I was like, yo, I just got it. Like, yo, it's crazy.
That's real. And it goes back to going back to me, because I like to use me because I can't speak for everybody else. Right. My grandfather probably said that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it would be disrespectful for me to not try to go for what he was doing.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because what he needed was more than he deserved.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't even here yet.
Yeah.
My father wasn't even here yet.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, bro. It's just a lot of stuff, bro.
It is.
For real. That's why I think I need to do more interviews, because I think I'm interesting.
I feel you. Well, look, you can come back anytime, and this is actually perfect, because you know what? We can make them want more.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
you dig?
I'm trying to get at least 50 episodes, so look, I'm at 33.
Okay,
so
well, let me get 2 more before.
Come on with it. Look, come on with it.
For sure.
So we're going to end today, and thank you, Simba, for coming through.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
all right. Hey, look. Hey, so it's your boy, Simba Da Don. You can follow me at _ Instagram. I said underscore Instagram. I'm tired, y'all. I gotta go to work. But look, y'all can follow me on Instagram, underscore Simba Da Don. You can follow me on SoundCloud, on all of that. Really, you can Google me. Just type in Simba Da Don on Google, and you can find everything that you need. I don't have my mixtape or anything on Apple Music, but it will be up there soon.
It's coming.
So, just, you know what I'm saying, keep watch out for that. But until then, I'm just out here being a scholar and making money, bro. So.
And that's enough in itself.
That's enough. That's all I need. And that's obviously all I deserve right now, so I'm going to keep grinding. You dig? Right. So, it is what it is.
It is. And I can definitely speak to, like, the character, because we was together last night, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, so, I'm telling y'all, bro, I have no reason to lie. I don't even know people well enough to lie to them. Like, I have no reason to lie. Like, there's like, wow, like, that's creating a whole nother life that I don't even live.
Yeah.
Lying is pointless.
It is.
That's how I feel, especially when I'm grown now.
Yeah.
Like, what are you really gonna do to me if I tell you the truth and you don't like it?
There was actually one teacher that I had that was here a long time ago. And what did he say? He said, yeah, a lot of people. He said, I mean, because what are they going to do? I said, I tell the truth to my friends or something like that. He said, but strangers, yeah, I lie to them. I was like, wow, what good does that do? He's like, just because it's fun. I was like, oh, well, so some people lie for entertainment.
I lie, but I make it known that I'm lying.
You know, I like to tell jokes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, joke. You know what I'm saying? But that's not lying. Let me not talk about like that. You know, like, that's two different things.
We say that, but if you don't tell my mom that, because my mom be like...
She'll go with it. Yeah, she'll go with it, right?
She'll be like, no, you lying.
Right, yeah.
Like, you joking. No,
right,
you lying.
Right. I feel you. Because my grandmother and my mom is like that sometimes. Mm-hmm. It's like that sometimes.
There is no such thing as a joke, bro. Like, your joke better be the truth.
I swear, and if you're laughing while you're telling it, they're so confused. Yeah, like, why is that funny to you?
But now my mom is at the age where she wants to make jokes.
Oh, like, man.
So now I'm gonna laugh at your joke. It's cool. I'm gonna laugh at your joke.
Yeah, you got to, man. It's your mom.
No other choice.
But we gone though. I'm gone.